Welcome to the Bickering Brothers podcast. I'm DK, the moderator, and to either side of me, we have the Bickering Brothers. Do you guys want to laugh at Dabo?
There's no way I'm going to be able to do this without cursing.
He says, "Go Tigers." The management looks at him and they say, "Go home." Drive for UPS.
Oh my God. Nobody cares.
Let's jump right into our first segment of the day here. Something new we're calling Bozos of the Week, where we reveal to you our biggest bozos from the past 7 days. What you got, Austin?
Well, we're starting with me.
Yeah,
Of course we're starting with you.
We have two options here. It's either
Bozos.
you or him.
Should we flip a coin?
You have to be prepared.
Bozos of the week. Number one, the Texas Longhorns. They lost to the Kansas Jayhawks in overtime last week. That is
Steve
absurd.
Sarkisian is a fraud.
Yeah. I mean, they'd be better off if they kept Tom Herman or even Charlie Strong. So the Texas Longhorns, bozo move. Number two, the Buffalo Bills. They were absolutely routed at home today by a guy named Carson Wentz. Do you know that guy still has a job in the NFL?
He's
They
good at
got
throwing
smoked.
interceptions. I'll
People
give him
thought the
that.
Bills were Super Bowl contenders. They're not. Third biggest bozo of the week, I'm going to say, is the moderator for showing up late to the show tonight.
Yeah, I got to piggyback on that one. What if you include?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you include when we were supposed to shoot this yesterday, he's like maybe 28 hours late. But I mean, we'll hold it to like maybe 2 hours.
All right. There's two types of people in the world. There's a type A person who's always on time to things. There's a type B person who's always late. Type B.
Yeah.
Type B all day.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your biggest bozo?
I only have one bozo. I don't know about these three he's naming off. I have one bozo this week, and that is my brother for putting on a disgusting Ohio State sweatshirt yesterday when we were down 49-0 at halftime to the Buckeyes.
Bandwagon.
Talk about a fair weather fan. He claims to be a Spartan. He seems to care more about the Buckeyes. He knows their fight song by heart, but he doesn't know Victory by MSU. Victory for MSU by heart.
Little blue going.
Bandwagon.
Oh, wait.
Bozo, biggest bozo, bigger than any of those three bozos he just named.
Okay.
All right. Let's move into the speed round here. What's the best social network in your opinion, Ryan?
Oh, it's definitely Facebook. Instagram, if you ever see me on Instagram, just know it's not me. It's someone impersonating me. Facebook is the only way to go for one simple reason. There's enough people over the age of 50, maybe 40, to keep it reasonable. There's too much youth on Instagram.
Hold on. I got to say something. Who is going to want to impersonate you on Instagram, Ryan?
Oh, you just wait. You just wait.
Oh, yeah. Once we blow
Shots
up, guys,
fired.
we're going to blow up.
We're going to blow up.
Best social network.
So I know this is the speed round, but you quickly, Instagram, you dislike that more than TikTok even?
I didn't say that.
I just got to know. All right, so anyway, I'm going to go with Instagram, and here's the reason why. Instagram is Facebook minus the recipes that 70-year-olds share. All right, it's just straight photos, no fake news. It's
good
just
point.
pictures. It's
Good point.
more refreshing. I don't care
Pictures
about
of-
your recipes of your pies.
I need to interrupt our speed round because he brought up pie. I'd like to present to you our sponsor for today's video, Marie Callender's Dutch apple pie, easy, ready to bake. Use promo code Bickering Brothers with 2 capital B's on mariecallenders.com for 15% off all of your Thanksgiving pies.
If I can
Right
make
here, Marie Callender's.
if I can bake one of those, anybody can. All right, next question.
That's saying something.
Moving on.
All right. Ginger or Marianne? Who's more attractive?
Ginger, but for one reason and one reason only. Her voice. 100% her voice.
Big voice guy over here. All right.
All right, so quickly, just so for those of you who know, Ginger and Marianne are characters on Gilligan's Island.
You don't
in
need
case
to
you didn't
tell
know
them.
that. Marianne by a mile. Ginger's overrated. That's all you gotta know.
Dylan, you can answer these too.
Marianne makes great pies, by the way.
I'd like Dylan to answer this one specifically.
It's Ginger.
This is coming from a man who thought Marianne was what's her face, Mrs. Howell. On the
But
first
even with the gap she closed
I learned
by
from
not
my
being
mistakes.
Mrs. Howell. Yeah,
I got a thing for blondes, but Marianne all the way.
It's in black and white. You can barely tell what's going on. All right. What artists are you blasting through your AirPods today? Wait. You guys don't even have AirPods.
I have
AirPods. All right. What are you listening to?
I'm listening to controversial. I'm listening to a lot of Travis Scott today, a little bit of Playboy Cardi, and definitely some Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, cultured. All right.
Yes.
Austin.
Post Malone, baby.
Posty. Can't go wrong with
Can't
that.
go wrong. Can't go wrong. All right, best Charlie Brown special.
I think Austin should take this one first.
No, you
I really like the Thanksgiving edition of Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I love watching, who is it? Linus or Snoopy, I can't even remember who it is, holds the ball out for Linus.
Is it Lucy? Who? Yeah,
Who holds the ball for who? And somebody
somebody-
runs up and misses the kick every time. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Plus, their Thanksgiving dinner of popcorn and toast, second to none. Thanksgiving dinner's overrated. I'd much rather have popcorn and toast.
Somebody in the comments, please tell us which character it is that pulls the ball out from under Charlie Brown.
It's the girl with the black hair.
I know. In all the memes, it's usually like Mark D'Antonio and then Jim Harbaugh is the one who goes flying. But I don't know the original character's name. I think it's Lucy.
Hold on. What was?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a speed round, so we got to roll.
I think Jim Harbaugh had a winning record against Mark D'Antonio.
I think he was
Did
3
not?
and 3.
What does this have to do with Charlie Brown?
3. Yeah.
No. You're right. You're right. He was 3 and 2. Well, Mel
this is
Tucker's
what the
2 and
whole
0.
podcast is about. It's about. Okay. All right.
He's an Ohio State guy.
Idiot. All right. Would you rather burn to death or freeze to death?
Oh, straight up burn. Freezing takes too long. The thought of your fingers falling off, no way. Burning is as quick and efficient. And I'm a welder, so I'm used to it. Burn to death all the
He's a
way.
welder, tough guy.
I'd definitely rather freeze because when you freeze, you can't feel anything. I mean, how many of you have ever
Yeah, I'm gonna
accidentally
throw you
burnt
out.
themselves on the oven?
Yeah,
you know how much that hurts? Now imagine like flames, man, for like 30 seconds engulfing you.
Man, if you don't think freezing you can feel nothing, I'm gonna throw you outside butt naked and see if you start screaming.
You go
'Cause you're
numb
gonna wanna
after
come-
you go numb after a while, man. Just like my
That's-
brain cells doing
it
this
takes some-
podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I don't feel anything ever. So, most overrated movie.
it's got to be Forrest Gump. I mean, Tom Hanks, great actor. Forrest Gump is on like Freeform every single day.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck. If anybody
Bro,
has seen Howard the Duck,
Nobody's seen that.
Bro,
No.
you need.
Howard the Duck is the worst
Bro,
movie ever
you-
created. Don't ever waste a second of your life watching
you are
it. It will
fired
deeply
up,
disturb you.
man.
It will deeply disturb you. This duck tried to have sex with a human being. Don't watch it.
He didn't try. That's what you do. He actually did have
Oh
sex.
my gosh.
For real though.
Oh,
We're yelling
boy.
into the mics. Let's chill.
We need to move on from that segment. Oh my gosh. All right. Would you rather have no legs or no arms?
I think you need to take the lead.
I would definitely rather have no arms. Because how are you supposed to get around with no legs? At least you can still walk. You can still. Well, I guess you can't drive.
A wheelchair?
I mean, good.
Dude, you can't do anything without arms.
I mean, if somebody put a pie in front of my face,
How are you
I
gonna
mean, you
eat
can
it?
just like stuff it in your face.
You can't stuff it in your face because you don't have hands. You gotta stuff it in it.
He does that anyway.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You guys don't want to watch this guy eat food. It is disgusting.
You definitely want to be able to walk.
I would definitely be on the no leg side of this. I mean, outside of not being able to walk, you'd be in a wheelchair. In a wheelchair, I mean, you can still play basketball, man. I mean, they got Paralympics you can compete in. With no arms, you're like,
He's gonna compete in the Paralympics.
I always knew it was special.
dude, that's terrible. Man, come on now. I'll be the only one here with a gold medal, though, I'll tell you that.
A golden penis.
Oh, my
gosh.
dude.
I'm gonna
Okay,
cut that out too. All right.
Yeah. Moving on.
Best office character.
I got to take the lead on this. Jim Halpert, by far. The charisma, the swag. He is
Swag. All right.
alpha male. I work with a guy who looks just like Jim Halpert. Shout out to Chad Standen. Looks just like Jim Halpert.
So
Oh, you got a shout out. Good for
Yeah,
you,
shout out.
Chad.
Yeah.
Good for you. I would say Michael
Hanging
Scott
Chad, yeah.
because Michael Scott's the easy answer, but yeah, I don't like to be
You
easy on
remind me
this
of
one.
Michael Scott.
So I'm gonna go with Andy Bernard, most
Nard
underrated
dog.
character in The Office. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Punches a hole in the wall.
It's funny
Believe
you
me, I've
say
been
that.
there before.
yeah.
Nard dog.
Especially yesterday watching that football game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. You
I
guys,
broke my hand once punching a wall.
you guys are both wrong. It's Dwight, without a doubt.
We just
without a
Those
doubt.
are the 3 all-stars of the cast, man. You can't go wrong with any of them.
No, you can go wrong with Andy. All right. Name a song that makes your ears bleed.
I'm not much of the singing type, but I think I can sing this one and make it sound better. it goes something like red, 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 redneck, and then it transitions into like chew tobacco, chew tobacco, chew tobacco, spit. Man, if you vibe with that, man, I got no words. Blake Shelton, I know you're with Gwen Stefani. I tip my hat to you, but what is wrong with you?
So I know it's a popular one, but Fancy Like by Walker Hayes makes my ears bleed.
I'm
There's
glad I
nothing
don't know what
fancy
it
about
is.
Applebee's.
Never even heard of it.
Not a
No.
darn thing is fancy
sings
about
it?
Applebee's. Walker Hayes.
Applebee's has the 2 for $22.
Yeah, but it ain't fancy.
Sponsor
And if
us.
that's your definition of a fancy date, man, you need to step up your game.
Is he related to Hunter Hayes?
I don't know. It's a good question.
You
I saw
realize
Hunter
we're
Hayes live one time at a Titans game.
You realize this
Terrible.
is supposed to be the speed round.
You realize
Well,
we're
we're-
also
we're
from Alpena.
modifying the
Applebee's
speed
is
round.
a
It's
fancy
like,
option.
this-
for
you go to
Alpena.
Gaylord for Buffalo Wild Wings when you want
This
to get
is like the
fancy.
speeded up round.
Okay.
We're not just going,
All right, next
One
question.
hits.
I'll let Dylan do it.
Thank you. Yeah, that is my job.
yeah.
GMO or organic, doofus?
I'm just gonna go organic and pass it on. I don't like being called a doofus.
Oh,
Man,
organic.
man, organic's the way to go, but I mean, come on, with my diet, who really cares?
I second that. I mean, I'm gonna eat an apple pie after the show.
I'll be your
so-
guinea pig. You can run science experiments on me. If GMO is bad, then I might die young. But organic, yeah, you can't go wrong
All
with
right.
organic.
We're going to give you a little knowledge here. GMO is not the bad apple that people think it is. It can help prevent the use of pesticides, which are also super toxic. I don't know. Organic's a good option, but GMO gets a bad rap as well.
Yeah.
What animal would you choose to be reincarnated as?
Definitely a kangaroo. Man, I
the
would
hell a
love to come
kangaroo?
back as a kangaroo. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen those videos online of kangaroos fighting each other, fighting people. They
If
use
you
their
were-
tail for leverage and they swing and they punch. Man, if I was a kangaroo, I'd come back and sock every mother bleep in the face that I know. One hit, I'd be a kangaroo.
You would.
It
You
would
would-
definitely take away from the tourism industry in Australia if you were a kangaroo. That I will say.
Your winning record as a kangaroo in fights would look very similar to the Lions'
Logan
record this
Paul
year.
could probably beat you.
Oh, Logan Paul would sweep
Yeah.
the floor with you.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
if
I want to
you
be
were
a kangaroo. Prove you all wrong, man. The disrespect.
Disrespect. All right, which animal would you be?
No, I don't know if this would be the smartest thing because they're pretty low on the food chain, but I mean, you can't go wrong with a penguin, man. Penguins are like the best
Be a
thing.
polar bear and eat you up.
Penguins and polar bears do not share the same habitat, okay?
You realize
they're-
the ones at the South Pole, the other ones at the other side of the world on the North Pole.
But I mean, hear me out. They're birds that don't fly, and they swim, but they're not fish. They just waddle around and slide down these slopes on their bellies, and they're just, playing chicken with killer whales and seals all day. I mean, yeah. I go to the zoo just to see the penguins. Penguins are God's great gift to mankind. They are so entertaining.
Being a big nature lover, I would definitely have to be a bird so I can fly around, see all the different crazy stuff in the world.
bird. See me hitting people
Free
in the
bird,
face.
all right? That wouldn't happen. You
Yeah,
would
don't be a partridge.
you would get socked.
Austin
every
hit a
single time.
partridge with his truck the other day.
Yes, I did.
Good for you. Good for you. All right, let's go into the main topics
No.
here.
Oh, this is the snooze round.
Oh, snooze round. You're a
round.
snooze round. All right. Would you guys still give Mel Tucker a $95 million 10-year contract after Saturday's performance against Ohio State?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the Big Ten this year. We've overachieved so much. I mean, clearly we're not Ohio State, but I honestly think it has more to do with Ohio State becoming the next Alabama than it does us not being able to compete with them. And I do think the only way we're ever going to get to that level is to have a guy like Mel Tucker. Mark D'Antonio, as good as he was, he got past Ohio State a couple of times, but we were never able to have consistency on the elite level and compete with Alabama or Clemson the way they were the last few years. To actually be at that level, I think Mel Tucker's the guy to get us there. $95 million might be a little bit too much, but you're not paying him what he's worth. You're paying him how much it takes to keep him here. LSU would probably offer him somewhere in that price range, so obviously we have to one up. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't think he's worth $95 million, but you have to give it to him. You can't let another Nick Saban get away.
That's a good point.
So to put it simply, you guys probably don't want to hear me talk about this anyway, so I'll just go ahead and say I agree with everything he just said, and let's move on to the next question. I mean, it's really simple. You have to pay. You have to pay for greatness. That's it.
This is the one time the brothers aren't bickering.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you guys don't want to hear it
What a
anyway, so let's move
surprise.
into something more controversial.
Yeah. Okay.
Not quite controversial. We'll see.
Biggest fraud in the history of the world sounds pretty controversial.
Well, you're okay. Now you're taking away the suspense from Dylan. You want to read it anyway? even
Apparently,
though
I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed. I don't have a job anymore.
We have a
That pays pretty
moderator-
good the last year or so.
We have a moderator in training.
Who is the biggest fraud in the history of the world?
I think Austin's got to take the lead on this one. I mean, he's the one who read the question right off the screen.
Biggest fraud in the history of the world. See, that is a great question that, quite frankly, I don't have an answer for. That's such an open question. The biggest fraud in the history of the world.
Do we want to come back to you?
So actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just say it. Everybody who's got kids under the age of 10, don't let them watch this. It's Santa Claus, all right? The guy's not real. I work for UPS. I deliver those packages, all right? Not Santa Claus.
Had to get that UPS reference in there.
Big UPS guy over
He
here.
delivers for UPS, guys. Worship him when he comes up your driveway.
Santa ain't real. I hate to break it to you, but to put that question on here, I just had to let the kids know.
Have the cookies and milk ready for this guy.
Maybe just the cookies. He'll probably leave the milk for the dog.
It's the Christmas season.
Oh my goodness.
Who's your biggest fraud?
Oh, this is a controversial one. For me, it's Albert Einstein. The theory of relativity, I don't buy it. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Time is not warped by gravity. It's nonsense, okay? I don't know how so many people believe it. It might take my entire life to prove it wrong, but I'm telling you, it's not true.
Just
because
do it.
just because you're closer to a black hole than someone else, that doesn't mean time moves at a different speed. It's so flawed. None of it makes any sense, and it's what the guy's revered for. I'm telling you, it ain't true. Einstein is wrong. He's a fraud. I'm sorry. If any of his surviving family is still alive, I'm sorry to offend you, but your great-great-granddaddy was wrong. Einstein was wrong.
And we're at
That
9.
is definitely the most controversial thing you're going to hear on the show. This man's smarter than Einstein.
I'm not saying I'm smart.
Santa ain't real.
The NFL is dumb as hell. We don't like it. We talk about college football because it's way more entertaining. Do you guys think the Lions are going to win a game this season?
Absolutely not. I mean, tying as close as they're going to get to it. I said when they were 0-3, they're going defeated this year, not winless. The opposite of undefeated is defeated. They're going defeated.
I think he's smarter than Einstein.
Dude, I ain't
might
smarter
be.
than
He
Einstein.
might be.
I don't even know if Einstein was smarter than the average bear, to be honest. But I like how we're still talking about that. Activism, man. More people need to look into this. I can't be the only one who thinks Einstein's a little bit off, man.
It was the hair.
But yeah,
That's the whole
the
reason.
Lions are not winning any games this year. Tying is a victory in and of itself. They're going to be 0-16-1.
Well, just like the Mel Tucker question, I'm just going to echo what he just said. No, the Lions suck. They're a bunch of losers. They're not going to win. There's nothing here to see, folks.
I don't know
Enjoy
if-
your turkey on Thanksgiving. Don't even watch.
Don't you have something to say about Thanksgiving? You were saying earlier.
Yeah, Thanksgiving dinner is overrated.
Why don't you elaborate? Because that is a hot take.
Overrated.
Yeah.
I mean, does anybody actually love Thanksgiving dinner, or do we just go along
Yes.
with it because we don't want to
Yes.
make fun of Grandma's cooking? I mean, turkey is dry, mashed potatoes
White
are good,
meat
I'll
is
give you
dry,
that.
dark meat's
Corn's
fire.
not even really that digestible. Stuffing is overrated. Cranberries are bitter, and you can have pie any day of the year. Why wait till Thanksgiving?
I
You can eat
would-
pie
You are
tonight.
such
I
a
would
Debbie
like to
Downer.
propose
This
a
is
question.
terrible.
I would
I
like
was
to
so
propose-
excited. You ruined the whole week for me.
I would like to propose a question. How many of you, without a special occasion, just on a lazy weekday, say Sunday, November, what is today? The 21st? How many of you, just on a random occasion, buys a pie and throws it in the oven just for something to do? Because, I mean, doesn't the average person eat
This
pie
guy.
like when someone gets married or a holiday or your
That
birthday,
explains
maybe?
a few
Like,
things there, big guy.
yeah.
I work it off, man.
No,
Where
delivering
do
those
you work
packages.
again?
You know.
Oh,
No,
no,
but
no, we don't.
They don't.
The
Oh,
audience
I've
needs
told
to
the
know.
audience, hide your kids. Santa's not real. We deliver the packages at UPS.
I would not tell our viewers to hide their children. That's
Hey, it's for their best
Seems
interest.
very pedophilic.
it does. I mean,
I mean, you. Nah, I won't say anything.
Are you
That's
hiding
that's probably in your best interest. All right. Is it time to start getting excited about the Michigan Wolverines?
Ha! what, let me see here. What time is it, Dylan? What time is it?
8:11 now.
It is 8:11, November 21st, 2021. And Michigan still sucks. It is never time to get excited about the Wolverines. Ohio State's going to mop the floor with them. I know we just got embarrassed, but we still beat you guys. We're state champs. We got Paulie B. We run this state. Mel Tucker ain't coming anymore. It's Tuck staying. We run this state. The Big Ten's going to be ours in a few years. We just got to wait for Ryan Day to burn that program to the ground.
Which doesn't look like it's going to happen.
It doesn't take long for fire to spread. Something has to start it, though. I'm not an arsonist, I swear.
So, is it time to get excited about the Michigan Wolverines? Well, no, because these guys already won against Michigan.
What's their fight song?
It's victory for MSU, buddy. And then anyway, so they've already beat these guys, and this weekend.
Bandwagon.
You think that's bad? Wait till what you got coming this Saturday.
Get that out of here.
Get that out of here, man.
Only one day a year I cheer for the Buckeyes when they play the
That is
Wolverines.
such a lie. That is such a lie. You were always cheering for the
When
Buckeyes.
they play Michigan, man. That's it.
I can piggyback that, but I am not near as extreme about it.
That's an absolute lie. This guy's cheering for him every single week. What's the meaning of life here?
Oh, man. This is so tough.
Can I answer this one first?
Yeah, you can.
All right. So there's some things that I like to think I know. This one I have no idea. I don't know why we're here. I don't know what the point is. I just go day by day. I like to make myself happy. I like to eat food. You know,
Yes, he does.
I like to sleep in. I like to pull my truck. I like to do fun things. I don't know why I'm here though. Somebody inform me why I am here.
Is this the birds and the bees? Because I'm not going there.
Well, I just want to know, like, what are we here for?
I don't
reason
think he
why
needs that
you're here and
conversation
how you
anyway.
got here are.
I know how I got here. I just don't know why I'm here. Can you educate me?
Apparently to support those Ohio State Buckeyes.
Hey, if that's at least there's some
and to
comfort in
deliver
knowing
them
why I'm here.
packages, man. It's yeah.
Life is. I wish life was that shallow. I don't want it to be deep and complex. I just want to go live my life, man.
Okay,
I love
then.
your facial expression. to
He
that.
sounds very depressed. We should probably call a therapist. All right.
I mean, I
Ryan,
just
what's
chugged
the
a
meaning of
glass.
life?
A glass, man.
Glass.
A whole glass.
He's off the rocker, boys.
I think the meaning of life is to be happy and to not die, to prolong death.
So it's the guy who jumps out of airplanes for fun.
It is more dangerous to commute to work in your car than it is to jump out of an airplane.
Man, my life is really dangerous delivering packages. I can commute a lot
Oh
of
my!
places.
They know he delivers for UPS. We all know. The meaning of life is to deliver packages for UPS, and if you don't, then why are you here? I can answer the question for him. I honestly think just be happy, man. That is the meaning of life.
Which 4 teams are going to make the college football playoff
we
this
have
year?
to be serious.
Who's going to win? Yeah, we're sort of
I'll go-
serious
I'll
on
go-
this show.
No. I'm taking this one. It's going to be, we're going to have Georgia, number 1. Alabama's not getting in. Heard it here first. Ohio State, number 2. Going to win the Big Ten. Going to steamroll Michigan. Going to steamroll Wisconsin. They're going to win the national championship. I'm going to tell you right now. Your 3 seed, you're going to have Oklahoma State. They're going to win the Big 12. They're beating.
Frauds.
They might be frauds, but they're better than Oklahoma. They're the best team in the Big 12. They're going to win that conference. They're going to make the playoff. And Cincinnati's going to come in and get steamrolled by Georgia in the semifinal. That's your 4 playoff teams. 2 of those games aren't even going to be close. Georgia is going to steamroll Cincinnati. And then Oklahoma State is going to get demolished by the Buckeyes. And then Ohio State's probably going to win by, I'd say, 7 to 10 points against Georgia in the Natty.
What about Notre Dame? They look like they might get
Nobody cares
Have to
about
be
Notre
11-1.
Dame. The Notre Dame that burnt down was the wrong one. Nobody cares about the University of Notre Dame. They're a terrible school. They're just the worst. I can't even think what is
They're
Notre
pretty
Dame?
good at getting burnt. I mean,
I'm pretty sure don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure Notre Dame translates to Our Fair Lady. I mean, what even is that? What kind of a name for a university is Our Fair Lady?
Who's the fair lady?
I'm guessing like the Virgin Mary, maybe, or like
They need to chill with the whole Virgin Mary thing.
they probably
Catholicism.
do. I mean,
They need to calm down with Virgin Mary here.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Hyped up about her. All right, anyway.
All right, so that was the wishful thinking answer. The more realistic answer, what's going to happen is it's going to be Georgia, it's going to be Ohio State. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but Cincinnati's going to make the playoff. They're going to win out. They're going to get in, and Notre Dame is going to get in. And here's why: the Big 12 champ won't be taken seriously. The committee hasn't taken them seriously all year. The Pac-12's not going to get anybody in, and the doors are going to open for Cincinnati and Notre Dame. Alabama will lose to Georgia. So it's going to be Georgia and Ohio State will beat up on Cincy and Notre Dame.
Totally disagree.
And Ohio State and Georgia will play for the Natty, which I think is anyone's game. But if I had to pick right now, I would go with the Buckeyes.
If the committee lets Notre Dame back in after embarrassing themselves each time and playing such a weak schedule, too, you can't let Notre Dame back in.
I hope you're right, but I think that's what's going to
They
happen.
played one good team, and they lost.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. They shouldn't be in it.
They should never be in it.
Oh, hey, there's Joe from the UP.
Oh, it's Joe.
Joe.
Oh, my
we're sorry
gosh.
we called you Josh. Forgot. Joe, Josh, it's the same.
Caller ID these days. It's a fraud.
It's terrible, yeah.
Okay, there, so it was a rough day there for me. The Packers and the Lions both lost there.
Man, I don't know what to tell you. The NFL is like just dumb as hell to begin with, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's a bit of a liar here lately these days. I think he's a bit over the hill. It is more likely that an asteroid would hit planet Earth and I would get catapulted to the moon than Aaron Rodgers wins another MVP award. The guy's done. He's just stealing money from the Packers at this point. They're never going to.
Take
That
alert.
is hot take.
They're
Oh,
not
my
winning
gosh.
the Super Bowl this year. He couldn't beat.
I have a question for you there, though.
What's your question, Joe?
Did anybody watch the Lions game?
No.
No.
Didn't see a play.
I'd like to say I didn't,
The
but
Lions game, yeah. And they had just scored, and they were within one touchdown to bring it back. Okay, there. And then
Yeah.
they got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Oh, naughty Lions.
15-yard penalty after the play because one of the offensive linemen there for the Lions said something about the defensive lineman's mother. What do you guys think about that there, yeah?
that might be the only W they took today.
Dan Campbell probably told him to
man.
say that.
Bite a kneecap. but hey, I want to turn the tables a little bit and ask you a question here, Joe.
Okay, then.
Did you get a buck yet?
Oh, no.
Are you the buckless Youper?
Fell not too long ago and broke his ankle. So Joe's been sitting inside lately, then.
You didn't get the 30-point buck yet?
30-pointer.
Hey, don't mock his accent, man.
I still out there waiting for me.
I know that 30 point's still out there somewhere, Joe.
Hey, why don't you go ahead and
Get that 30 point.
you go ahead
30
and whack
point
him with your crutch, all right? I got full faith in you, buddy.
You got anything else for us, Joe?
Sorry?
You got anything else for us, Joe?
Nope, that's all. Thank you, guys. You're the best.
Yeah.
Thank you, our
Thank
one
you for
viewer.
calling. Yeah.
Yeah, we got about 3.
See you next week. Bye.
All right, bye.
Thanks for calling,
Yeah,
Joe.
We love Joe here on this show. He is our only viewer, and he is pretty much the reason we make this show.
I mean, when we get famous one day, he's the first person I'm going to thank.
I'm going to do more than thank him, man. I'm going to pay him.
Oh, you're going to pay him?
When my net worth
Bribery.
is like $5 bills and I'm like the new Bill Gates, except not as crooked, yeah, he's going to get a check, man. I'm going to give him like $500,000.
Not Mel Tucker
He'll
money?
be $100,000. He's already got $95 million. I don't.
doesn't.
He has quite a
I think
head.
Joe from the UP could use that money.
Would you quit talking like Joe from the UP?
he needs that money for
Hey,
that
he was in
surgery.
Escanaba
He needs
for 2
that- He
years.
needs that money for that surgery so he can go get his 30-point buck.
He'll get it. Don't you worry. Thank you guys for watching our second episode of the Bickering Brothers Show. We don't know if the show is going to get any better, but we are going to have more episodes coming up, so stay tuned.